know a lot of women don't enjoy hookups, but don't assume that all of us don't. Just because you're not having fun doesn't mean I'm not. And just because you've been exploited or not treated well, which I'm guessing is why you made this comment, doesn't mean that's what's happening to me. Now, I understand this comment, and I get this from a lot of younger women on my page, because most of their experience hooking up with men is that these men are just using their bodies as a surrogate hand. Like we may not we might as well not even be there. They literally might as well use a doll. And that was my experience hooking up in my 20s and even in my 30s, which is why I was like celibate, not consecutively, but for 12 of my adult years, y'all. I just tapped out. And you know what? I am so proud of myself for that, because I had the time of my life. But ask any woman not any woman, but ask a lot of women in her 40s and 50s who's divorced or just never got married, but has started hooking up with men again. Ask them if they're having fun. Because let me tell you, there's 2 reasons why women in their 40s and 50s love hookups. Not all women, but a lot of them. And I would love to hear from some of you in the comments. For one, we don't give a fork about what men think of us anymore. We don't have to worry about finding one to marry us. We don't have to worry about, are we going to see him again? We don't care, right? We're more confident. We know how to get our needs met more. We're not afraid to tell them, like, hey, to the left. Oh, yeah, that's good, but no, not that. Stop doing that. I remember the first time a guy was like, okay, I'm going to hum on your back. And I was like, no. And he was like, whoa, why not? And I was like, I'm not a fire hydrant. And he's like, oh, okay. And I was like, dang, man, where'd that come from? So older women tend to be more confident in general. Not always, but just because we've learned to trust ourselves more because of a lot of life experiences. Mostly terrible life experiences. We learn a lot from our pain. But the main reason why a lot of women in their 40s and 50s, especially if they've been divorced, love hookups is because we don't want anything else from these men. We just want the D. We know that anything more than a hookup does not benefit us. That dating men, marrying men, giving them anything at all is exhausting. So we just want to have fun. We just want to hook up. That's why my late 30s and 40s, is the time of my life. Can hookups be dangerous? Absolutely. You have to vet really well, and there's always a danger no matter how well you vet. But you know what's even more dangerous? Dating men. I never had a single scary encounter on Tinder, and I know that I'm very lucky. I've vetted very harshly. I had a few not so great experiences, and I had one catfishing thing where I did not listen to my intuition, and I need to tell that story because it was a little traumatizing, honestly. But I never felt in danger. Dating men, on the other hand, I almost lost my life from that. I have been raped, stalked, and put in danger more from men that I loved or loved me, whether it was boyfriends, friends, or family members, than any stranger on Tinder. And that's why I like stranger danger. Yeah, okay, I hate that. Yeah, all men are dangerous. Stranger men, dangerous. What's more dangerous? Men you love. Men you love. I will die on that hill. And I don't even need to die on that hill because there's statistics to back it up. So women in their 40s and 50s, they know that getting in relationships with men and wanting anything more than just a hookup from them is not worth the risk, that they will lose. They can't be bothered. They're tired. They got stuff to do. Now, I'm married to a really amazing man after being single, mostly single with the exception of like a couple short relationships. I was single for all up until 42. And I loved it. So I'm kind of coming from the opposite direction of like living my best life and then being like, oh, wow, you're amazing. You make my life better. Okay, I actually want to be with you. But all the men before him were not worth that risk. We're not worth my time. We're not worth giving up anything. Oh, hey, a horse. Because they're not healing. They won't deal with their stuff. They won't deconstruct patriarchy. And so all they do is exploit us. We know that. So why would we want anything more from them than a fun hookup? So don't tell me that I need to decenter men. My whole page that I talk about all day to y'all is about decentering men. And you're like, nah. You don't even follow me, so you don't know. But hookups in my late 30s and 40s, one of the most empowering things I've ever done. And actually healed a lot of schmegdual trauma. Because I wanted to have schmegs again, but I didn't want to date men. Not after being almost unalived by one. Why would I want to date one? Why would I want anything else? I think a lot of women should tap out and stop hooking up with men, especially younger women, because y'all got so much to do. Steal all those years and experiences from you by being a big old distraction, an exhausting distraction. But once you're in your 40s and 50s and older, you're like, okay, I know myself. I love my life. Hook up. But I don't want anything else from these men. Know that. They know that these men are not worth our time. They know that these men are not healed. So younger women who follow me, a lot of y'all should stop hooking up. If it's not fun for you, if it's not benefiting you, just tap out. It's okay. But please don't come on my page and tell me that hookups only benefit men, because that isn't true. Not for me. Not for this one. Oh my God, y'all look. Oh, they came over there. They want to hang out. Hi. Oh my God, the whole crew's coming over. Hi.